Today I decided to recreate the most delicious native jollof rice that I ate on my most recent visit to Nigeria, and I think I nailed it. Here are some of the ingredients that I'll be using for this recipe. I have lots of smoked fish, my peppers, onion, chilies, and I will just start the preparation by blending all my peppers together. So in this pepper mix, I have my red bell peppers, my chilies, and onions. I am not using no tomatoes in this recipe. So I went ahead to coarsely chop that. I didn't really blend it all the way. I just coarsely chop it, and this is what it looks like. Like I said earlier on, this is just me trying to recreate what I tasted at that restaurant. It is not an exact replica of that recipe, so but I think I did a really good job and this recipe has come to stay. So this is what my pepper looks like, with the exception of tomato. It's not watery, it's just nicely coarsely chopped. So I went ahead to slice all my protein. I'm going to be making use of some Ponmo. I'm going to be making use of some Panla fish. I already deboned my Panla fish, and I just want, this recipe, I just went the extra mile because this all these things were not really in the one that I ate, but I wanted it to be such that once you take a spoon of rice, you have different things inside it, your snail, your pomo, saki, and what have you. Okay, so I decided to add some boiled eggs into it as well. This is another extra that I did, so I went ahead to boil my egg on the side. So while I'm allowing the eggs to boil on the side, I added some palm oil to a pan, and to that I added some locust beans. So this is where we start to build the flavor. This step is very, very important. Next, I added my pepper mix into the oil, and we're just going to continue to layer this flavor and build this flavor until we have that delicious rice. So this is my pepper mix again. I didn't add tomato. If you want to try yours, you may decide to add tomato. Please do let me know if it works with tomato as well. So I came in with my sliced orishirishi. I have some snail in this mix. I have some shaki, which is stripe, and I have some pomo, which is cow skin, or nicely diced. So also came in with my dried prawns, the red prawns. I also came in with some crayfish, because we're trying to create that flavor. So all these things are going to create that beautiful flavor. So that was why I was going in, and I was not just cutting corners at all. I came in with my Panla fish. You can use catfish if you have dried catfish as well, but I do have enough Panla, and that is what I decided to use. Here I also decided to come in with some seasoning cube. I'm making use of the Maggi crayfish because I think it just matches or goes well with the kind of taste that I'm trying to create. So I mix that together. I could have added more oil at this point, but you know me, myself and oil, we don't really like each other like that. A little goes a long way for me, and this is all right for me. But if you like, you may decide to add some more oil. I am not adding any more oil. So you're going to fry your pepper mix and everything together until it is nicely fried, even up to the point that it was beginning to stick to the bottom of my pan. But I didn't change my pan because all those flavor at the bottom of the pan is going to be adding extra flavor to your rice. So I just washed my rice and added it to the pan, and I came in with water. So the amount of water that you're going to add is the quantity of water that you would cook your rice with on a good day. So usually if I'm cooking 1 cup of rice, I'll add like 1.5 cup of water. So you just want to go with whatever ratio that you do. Next, I also came in with a bit of Peppersoup spice. That is going to, the taste profile just matches what I'm trying to cook, and this is me trying to do whatever I can to create a really nice local or native flavor. I came in with some salt as well, and then I cover my pan and allow my rice to steam. I allow my rice to steam, and once the rice is nicely cooked, I still have a bit of water in it, and it's okay at this point. My rice is nice and tender. And mind you, I didn't use the local rice. I didn't use short grain rice. These are long grain basmati rice. So at this point, my eggs are also ready. I decided to add in my egg and mix it into this pot of deliciousness. And at this point, my home just smells super amazing. I could not wait. I just wanted to try this because it just smells so good, and I was super, super, super proud of myself. But we are not done yet. I'm still going to be adding a few more things to, layer that flavor and make it the perfect way that I expect it to come out. So at this point, this is a close-up of what my pot looks like. Next, I came in with my scent leaf. I also have fresh scent leaf, fresh scent leaf and fresh uziza leaf. And more of scent leaf, I just added it into the pan. At this point, I've turned off the heat because these leaves don't need to really cook because they're very, very nicely sliced, and I just want them to infuse their own flavor into the pot of rice. And this is what we have at this point. Your rice is ready to serve, ready to be enjoyed. If you haven't liked this video, what are you waiting for? Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to this channel. It is free and it will be helpful on my part. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Would you be trying this recipe or not? If you know me well, you know I'm a good lover of Party Jollof Rice, but as of now, Native Jollof Rice has taken over. Hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.